Hello, paint pouring people. I'm going to attempt a twin cup pour today. So it's I'm using up some metallics, and they're all the Montmartre metallics, and I'm going to use some Montmartre Studio acrylics together, and I am going to put a little bit of okay, where are we? I've got this folkart metallic acrylic 24 carat, no, can't be, sterling silver. I've got no idea what that means, but I'm going to put, I have mixed some with floetrol. That's the only thing I've mixed with floetrol. I'm going to add it to this particular twin cup cloud pour thingy doover. Got my twin cups that's got paint well and dried in it. I don't worry about that, but I can actually get that out with a bit of a scrape of my nail. But today I'm just gonna pour from these twin cups. I got them from a craft shop, and they were twin paint storage cups with a lid, but I find them great to do, well, this is not actually going to be a cloud pour, is it? It's going to be more of a waterfall pour, maybe, turned into whatever it decides it's going to turn into. So I'll just go with it. We'll just go with the flow, see what happens. So the rest of my paints are the Montmartre Studio acrylics, and I've mixed them. These are all mixed with the Montmartre PVA craft glue clear, and it's a 70-30 mix, and I 70% glue, 30%, and I put warm to hot water, give it a good shake, and then leave it overnight, and then mix my paints. And I always mix my paints, trying to mix them 24 hours before I'm going to use them. So okay, this is the very dark phthalo blue, so I'm just gonna pour from side to side. I'm going to add a little bit of that silver enamel in each side, see what we get. Hey, I don't know what kind of pour this is going to turn out to be, but we'll just go with it. I have the pouring recipe is in the under the descriptions box of this video that you're watching, so my pouring recipe will be there. The suppliers of the products that I get, the Montmartre paints, the supplier is in the link under there, and so I'll put a link also for United States and Canada to get these products that the Montmartre products that I'm using today. So those are there. So that was it was turquoise, and I added the dark blue to make it a teal, and this is just the plain old brilliant white that I'm going to add some gold into that mix. And this is the Montmartre gold. Just trying to keep this a little bit tilted. I might add, I'm going to throw something in the mix here, which is the plum or grape colour that I've made myself. It's custom colour. So it's a really deep aubergine crimson-y colour, I suppose you'd call it that. Okay, I've got no more teal left, which I would have liked to put in there. I've got this last bit of metallic copper, so I'm going to add that in there. This might turn out one holy mess, but I'm going to just go with it and see what we get. And I'm pouring the rest of the folkart silver metallic paint on top. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just hold. Should I put something under there maybe to hold it up a little bit? Oh, I'll just hold it. Just to keep it on the tilt, I'm just going to let it pour out. So this is the waterfall pour. Oh, look at those colours. Wowee. Wowee. Oh my goodness, look at that teal. Oh, holy dooly. Here's the teal from the other side. Okay, it's obviously running out more from one side than the other with my wonky donnies. Let's take it up to the top. I'm not shaking this twin cup at all because my paints are quite thin today. So shaking it if I did it like this would actually mix the paint. Maybe just the last bit because I've only got a little bit of paint left in there. It would actually mix the paints too much if I probably did it with the whole of the particular pour. But look at those. Wowee. Stunning, stunning. I just love those colours. Stop, stop and stop. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, these paints are quite runny. I've mixed them quite thin today for a previous pour that I did. Don't want to lose all of that crimson, so but it looks like I'm going to lose the gold. But look at this, that looks so gorgeous with that teal in there. I know I'm going to have to run some of this paint off because I've got so much of it, but I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't want to lose this, I don't want to lose that. Look at this colour here, that's so stunning. Oh, I don't want to run it off. Just try and get to the corner and then go back again. Ooh, back again. I don't want to lose it all. That's quite beautiful because there's a lot of metallic in there, and I'm sure when that dries that would dry really pearly. Beautiful. Holy dooly. Jackaroonie. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Sure, having that metallic enamel silver has actually done anything. Whether it will react as it's drying, as it's been left to stand for a little bit. I'm not too worried about the edges. I will just finger pop them because look how much paint I've run off, which is such sometimes you feel such a waste. But I don't obviously like that too much because it's too much just plain silver. So maybe I should have just put the silver more so on the bottom. I'm not sure. I'm trying to run a bit of it off because it's not really adding to the ambience of the pour, I guess. I don't want to keep that down the middle. I like things off center, but that's quite, that is a real abstract pour. That's beautiful. I just love the colors and in that. Now, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave it for a few minutes without doing anything. I think that's blue and the teal with the silver is absolutely stunning, gorgeous. So I will leave this for a second or two, minute or two, to just develop for a little while. I just want to see if, well, okay, before I leave it, I might just use my little heat wand. I'm just going to take these gloves off. Hands are getting a bit sweaty in there. Just going to use my little heat wand. I don't want to put too much, it will bring cells up, I know, and it's probably not the kind of, oh, okay, stop. It's probably not the kind of pour that I want too many cells in. Not like in the big thick blob of silver there, but hopefully I might get something to come through the silver. So we'll give it a go. Ooh, not too much. So this little wand doesn't blow it around, which is excellent. It's what you need. No, I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to leave it for, oh, got some cells coming through it now. But I'm just going to leave it to develop and see what happens with it. Just gonna let it develop for about 10 minutes. Has sort of kind of developed. I just put a little bit of the dribbles from the twin cup through there and through there, and just did this wiggling motion with my little skewer. So trying to add some points of interest through it. I'm not liking some of these cells, but I shouldn't have torch, but that's okay. I'm gonna try and embellish with a bit of fiddling, which you can do. So just trace these through, go past the cells that I'm not keen on. Doing this. So just a little wooden skewer. I'm not using the pointy end of it. So you can just play. If there's something that's not turning out, just have a play, because what have you got to lose? Nothing. You can end, if you end up scraping it, then you've had fun just trying different little things to, you know, it can be a masterpiece or it can be a disaster. So, but it's just worth having a little fiddle if you are thinking of scraping, like I'm probably thinking with this. I love the colours, I must admit. I do love the colours together, and it's fun and it's therapeutic to fiddle for me with the little skewer. So I'm going to do that, see how we go. So don't be frightened to just give it a little play with, because you just never know. And you don't have to think, oh, I can't do it. I'm not an artist, I can't draw it. It's not. You just doing some lines and squiggles, you might surprise yourself what you can come up with when you're in even the less artistic minded people, when they're fiddling can, or what do they call it, doodling, can come up with beautiful work. So yes, I'm a fiddler with some things. I just like to give it a go, change it up, hopefully. But this particular painting dried. I know there's lots of people that actually love this kind of thing because it's not overly selly, which some people like, not having that. So these kind of things sell really well. because it's kind of a thing that somebody can stare at for a long time and make see all sorts of things in it. But I'm going to leave that, and you know, I actually like my fiddles, my doodling, and I never had the light on, sorry, for this last bit of the video. So you might see it a little bit better now. Try and give you a bit more of a close-up, and just let me know what you think of the twin cut paw. I've done them before and they all turn out different every time. Be interesting to see how this one dries. Thanks again for joining me, guys. Let me know what you think, and yeah, be kind to each other, and be kind. Till next time, bye. Just wanted to add this onto the back of the video that I just did on the gorgeous twin cut paw, and with the leftovers, which was that phthalo blue and my fleshy colour and the crimson, and then I just put it on this bit of card that I have left and swiped white from the top. But oh my god, look at the crazy lacing, like this bloom effect that they're all crazy lacing effect that everybody's kind of into at the moment. And that was just with those particular paints that I told you, well, what I've just painted with. But look at this crazy lacing. They're not particularly nice colours or anything, but it just goes to show though, look at this. What absolutely stunning lacing you can get. Something as simple as my leftover colours. Just wanted to tag this onto the back of that video just to let you see. Crazy. Thanks for joining me.